Hello? Hello? Heavens, it's all deserted here. Where could the king be? The wind is blowing from, the east. A deep, dark shaft, much like my life. I wonder why that's here. Seems to be of virtually no use. No, Spot. You can play with a seesaw later. We've got more important business right now.
Sedgwick, what are you doing here?
What do you think? I'm doing your job. Saving the world and so on.
Oh dear, Sedgwick, it's way too late for that.
Yeah, whatever. You may as well rescind your responsibility. I will at least try, if you don't mind. If the world really has to end, at least it won't be my fault.
You foolish, plucky clown. Whatever have I drawn you into? You'd better hide. Quick!
What's going on anyway?
The end is near. The Asgil are attacking.
I know. I've just escaped from their hideout.
You've been inside the Asgil's fortress? And you're still alive?
Well, if you can call it living. We could still prevent it. I've got the Whispering Stone, remember?
You still have it? I mean, of course you do. I've been planning this right from the beginning, which makes it all the more tragic that you're too late. Oh, but don't be sad. I knew it was a risk involving an amateur.
Right. Your plan was great, but it was me who dawdled too long, wasn't it?
Don't be hard on yourself. I'm proud of you nonetheless. After all, you're not a chasky like me.
Where is the king?
He locked himself in his chambers. In order to get there, you'll have to go from the throne room through the astrolab. I'm afraid he's not well at all.
What's wrong with the king?
Nobody knows for sure. Perhaps the impending doom is eating him. Only one thing is certain. He is very weak.
I bet I'll be sorry I asked, but how did you get here?
Ah, yes. That's a long and thrilling story.
Now,
where shall I start?
what happened at the shore?
The shore? Oh, yes, I remember, like it was yesterday.
It was yesterday.
I'd been sitting there alone for quite some time, practicing a secret chasky technique.
The microsleep?
I can do it under 3 seconds if my stomach's empty. Anyway, a cloud suddenly appeared in the sky. A gust of wind blew up strongly, and I began to shiver. I drew my knife and took out a couple of bombs that I still had in my backpack, just in case. I was all prepared. When I heard a cracking sound from the underbrush, I tensed every muscle, and then...
Then
I dropped everything, grabbed the backpack, and ran as fast as I could.
What?
When I turned around, I saw only a fox, but I had already left my hiding place. I was sure the Asgil had seen me. That's why I never turned back. It was simply too dangerous.
Too dangerous? Too dangerous? I thought you had gotten into a fight.
Ha! Never. I'm too clever for that.
You must mean gutless. I can't believe it. I traveled half of the world after you just because you were scared of a fox?
It was a very big fox.
Ah! How did you escape the Asgil?
The Asgil? I haven't been to the Asgil's fortress.
You haven't? But the guard told me about a scrawny green prisoner.
Scrawny? How did you get the idea that could have been me? I work out regularly. I'm way too fit to let myself get caught by the Asgil.
So you somehow outran them. Was there a chase?
You bet. At least, if by outrun, you mean hide in a cave. And by chase, you mean collecting berries.
How did you get back to Corona?
On secret Chasky trails.
Let me guess. You vanished into thin air, and the wind blew you here?
No, I had my hearthstone still set on the courtyard.
I didn't hear that.
What? Did I say anything?
And that's what you call an adventure?
No, I call that routine. As a Chasky, you experience so many incredible things. Not every critical situation gets you worked up anymore.
Obviously. And that's exactly the reason why you sit here so placidly.
That's right.
Even though the end is near and the Askew are attacking?
Yeah,
And one of them is even now standing right behind you?
What? Ah! Yes. You almost got me there, didn't you? You have to get up very early if you want to pull a Chasky's leg.
What 10 o'clock do?
Let's say 11. I like to sleep late.
I think I've heard enough.
I know. My hair-raising adventures are not for the faint-hearted.
You're hiding in a barrel? Is that how a Chasky behaves?
Don't let your eyes fool you. This here is a Chasky survival barrel. The legendary Chasky, Shoshi, once traversed the mighty Drummel Falls in one of these.
At a safe distance from the falls, I presume.
Why, of course.
I'm not making any progress. Can't you help me somehow?
Sadwick. I can't always do all the work for you.
Right. My lack of self-reliance must be a terrible burden on you.
Oh, forget it, little friend. I taught you everything a Chasky has to know. You'll get by without me.
You might as well stay here. I'll go and save the world.
Always adhere to what I taught you.
The inscription on my tombstone will read, though he could not save the world, his knowledge of the regional clotheslines was excellent. It looks better than the stuff Grandpa cooks. The life of a cow. It looks particularly content. It doesn't seem to care that the world is about to end. The life of a cow. This tapestry is hung on a bar. It can be moved, obviously. There's a gap behind this shield. Hang on. There seems to be something behind it. Hey, Spot. Can you help me get this shield off the wall somehow? There. And now? Ha! As I suspected all along. Wait for it. A secret mechanism. The throne is empty. Where's the king? Well, what have we here? A keyhole. A secret royal compartment, maybe? Wait a second. That's not how the royal insignia is supposed to look. It's all mixed up. And one part's missing. And who will have to fix it? door handles got out of fashion that badly. Interesting. The counterweight for that gate over there hangs from this chain. Hey, you! Are you the royal astronomer?
I own
I own? What's that supposed to mean?
Bervikers Eiser Ogre O Iver.
What?
Bervikers Eiser Ogre O Iver.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Ogre. I own and so on. To Iverm, too. Oh dear. Obviously, the astronomer speaks a foreign language. Astronomic or something. That must have been very expensive. May I ask a question? That's quite impressive. I have to admit, I'm deeply daunted. This crescent is quite sharp-edged. The way things work out here, I suppose the key will eventually be useful. Sometimes my whole life seems like a locked door. Oh dear, it's all mixed up. All right, go for it. That's not the king for sure. Hello? Can you really not understand me?
What? How? Wait a second. I can understand you after all. Loud and clear even. How fortunate. Let's hope it's not
Too late? For what?
We've got big trouble. The king, the fountain, the fabric of space and time.
Hold it, hold it. Why don't you start from the beginning? Who are you, anyway?
I am the royal astronomer.
The king would have been better to hire a couple of soldiers. Where's the rest of the staff?
They fled.
So what are you still doing here?
What do you think? I'm keeping my calm. If the world is ending anyway, it makes no difference where I am, does it? But if a hero happens to show up to save the world, he might need help.
So you know what to do?
In theory, yes. But before you get your hopes up too high, our chances are slim.
Where can I find the king?
You can't at the moment, I'm afraid. He's retreated to his chambers.
And those are behind this door, right?
That's right, but the door can only be opened when there's water in the fountain.
And the fountain is broken, I bet?
One could say that, yes.
What's wrong with the king?
It doesn't look good. The king is very weak. He needs the water of life. But the fountain has run dry, and the way to his chambers is blocked. One would have to repair the fabric of space and time. That would get both the fountain and the door working again. Unfortunately, only the king himself can do that.
That sounds like a vicious circle. There is no possible solution.
Like I told you, it doesn't look good.
What's the trouble with the fountain?
The fabric of space and time has ripped.
And by fabric of space and time, you mean...
The model of the planetary system, over there.
It's a very powerful object.
It not only drives the fountain, it also represents our planetary system. It's almost a perfect model.
How exciting for an astronomer.
Don't be fooled. Planetary movement, times of the day, cycles of the year. This model measures the very heartbeat of our world. In doing so, it reaches such a level of accuracy, you could almost say that the world acts in accordance with it. One thing's for sure, mind you, they both influence each other.
The world acts in accordance to the model?
Yes, isn't that fascinating?
Does that mean if somebody was to repair the model, the end would be prevented?
In theory, yes. But only somebody of royal blood could do something like that.
It's far too important.
But the king is locked behind this door,
Yes,
which won't open
you're right.
because the model of the planetary system is broken.
That is the problem.
Heavens! Whoever conceives these absurd mechanisms all the time? I could help, couldn't I?
You don't make a fool of yourself. Only the king is important enough to repair the model of the planetary system.
But the king isn't here. Let me at least try. What possible harm could there be? Could the world end twice?
That's a valid thought.
There, just tell me what to do.
There are a couple of things.
Like always.
First of all, there is no oil for lubrication. Without oil, it can't be cranked up. Much worse, though, is that one of the planets is missing. The Whispering Stone.
Did you say Whispering Stone?
Yes, it represents our planet in the space-time continuum. Unfortunately, it's lost.
I have a few more questions about the repair.
Questions? What questions? Didn't you listen closely enough?
I did. But it's a lot of information in one go.
All right. What exactly is the problem?
I can't get to the Whispering Stone.
Without the Whispering Stone, all our efforts will be moot. And only the sun knows where the stone is right now.
Maybe it's somewhere where the sun doesn't even shine.
Huh?
No, nothing. I can't find any oil.
Have you tried the alchemy lab in the adjoining tower? My brother used to distill oil from olive pits there. I can't think of anything else at the moment.
Your brother?
Yes, he was the royal alchemist of the court.
What became of him?
He died of natural causes. Well, natural for an alchemist. His boots were still smoldering at the funeral.
How can I get this thing going?
That shouldn't be a problem. The crank must be lying around here somewhere. But make sure the planets are aligned in the right order, and the planetary system is thoroughly greased. If there is even the slightest mistake, it could all end in catastrophe.
I'd rather try it alone.
You do that.
I've got some bad news.
That's not very uncommon these days, but never mind. Fire away.
It has been prophesied to me that I'll destroy the world.
And that brings you running straight to the control room of the universe? I don't want to criticize too harshly, but it doesn't sound as if you've given it much thought.
The Asgil are planning an attack.
We'd better hurry then. Only the king can save us from the Asgil.
Spot has swallowed the Whispering Stone.
What are you saying? You know where the Whispering Stone is?
Not exactly. My pet has swallowed it.
Oh no. Say it's not true. We need the stone to repair the fabric of space and time. Without it, we're dead in the water.
I should have fed him in time.
Your lamenting doesn't help. You'd better come up with something. In the meantime, I look for my dissecting instruments.
Oh, that won't be necessary. I'll find another way. I'm not a hero, just an untalented clown.
Oh, a clown, you say?
Yeah?
Not a hero? Not a prince?
No, just a clown, and not even a good one at that.
Do you at least have a birthmark? Or a peculiar scar?
Nothing of that sort.
Well, it's really bad then.
I could go on talking about problems the whole day long.
It looks very bad indeed, my friend.
Nice ear trumpet.
What are you saying?
All right. I think I know what to do now.
So why are you still standing here? Go on. Time is running out.